In our society, there is a great deal of controversy surrounding abortion. And I think probably people need to know a little more information about it before they can make a good decision about abortion. And it's the same decision similar decision at least, that one has to make when in the dying process, when one becomes in a vegetative state or something of this nature. There are decisions over life and death that need to be made by people. And so the more we know about spirituality, the easier those decisions will be to make. Now, I had a near-death experience, and a lot of this information that I'm telling you, I learned during that experience. And there is also people who have had what is called pre-birth experiences. And if you would like more information, you can look that up on the internet and find out about that. But we are all spiritual beings, and whether people believe that or not doesn't matter. It really don't matter what you believe much at all. The only thing that matters is what the truth is. And I learned through my near-death experience that I am a spiritual being. And when I had that experience, and I was in the midst of that love, that perfect love that you feel when that happens to you, I knew I was home. And I knew I was home because that's where spirits are created in the first place, is in the spirit world. Spirit beings are created in the spirit world by God. And man has nothing to say in that. Only God can create a spirit. And usually a spirit that is created is not created in an adult spirit form. It has to go through a process of growth and learning, just as much as the same as a child goes through growth and learning down here in the physical. But when that spirit child reaches a certain level of growth, it'll be eligible to come into the physical. And the way it comes into the physical is that it is helped to go into a body that's growing in the womb of some woman. Now there's a process whereby that takes place, and I don't understand all of that process. And when that process takes place is not at conception. I can guarantee you that, because there wouldn't be any need for it at conception. It usually takes place when the baby is fully formed, and before the baby is born, or right at the time the baby is born. Now that's my understanding of it. Now you can read up on this material by reading about pre-death experiences, pre-birth experiences, and near-death experiences. Now, a person can be killed. You can kill a body, but you can't kill a soul. God created your spiritual soul, and no one can kill it. They can kill your body, and if your body dies or is killed or something happens to it, it simply goes back into the spirit world. So there is nothing that is actually killed. No person, no individual, no personality is ever killed in an abortion. Because if that individual has entered the body, it simply returns to the spirit world, just like just like it would if it was my age. If it was an old man or a young man, doesn't make any difference. So that might be somewhat of a help if people understood that it worked that way. It might give them a better insight. Now, I'm not saying at all that one should take abortion lightly, because that's not true. Abortion should be taken very seriously and thought about by the individual who wants this abortion for a little period of time before they actually make that decision. And that decision should be made between that individual and that individual's doctor. It shouldn't be made by a third party somewhere out in the world who does not know what's going on there or how it's going on there. It should not just be another cause for some religious group of people. It's a serious type of thing. And it's hard for me to understand that great controversy, because I know that religious people know that when they die they're going back into the spirit world. They know that. They are to know that man does not create life. They are to know that. Only God creates life. So the controversy is a little more than I think it should be. I think people need to sit down and think this through. We don't need any laws or more laws governing what we can do with this and what we can do with that. We need to let those decisions be made by people who understand those decisions. And I'm very much a spiritual person, and I would not like to see a person have an abortion, but sometimes this is necessary. And if it is necessary, then that's a decision that the woman and the doctor makes. It's not the decision some lawyer makes or some religious person makes. It's not their choice. It's not their judgment. So try to understand what I'm saying here. Think about this a little more clearly before you know, the argument or the controversy gets blown all out of hand and becomes something that it was never intended to become. Thank you for listening to me.